Looks like I'm living rent-free in your heads again, huh? I mean, if you're gonna spend your days obsessing over me, you might as well start calling me something respectable. Maybe Daddy Shizzy, or better yet, Papa Nut. Who's the grown-up here? Alright, it's me. Let's go. Call me Daddy, yeah, that's who I am. Running your mind's like a master plan. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, take your pick. I'm rolling in your thoughts while you still act sick. Call me Daddy, it's what you mean. While you chase the crumbs and I take the lead. Living rent-free, that's my name. Go ahead, say it, put some respect on your name. Man, I'm too old, well here's a surprise. I'm the one with the brains while you're stuck with the lies. You act like you're experts, but here's the reality. I'm the one controlling your mental reality. So while you're out there trying to throw shade, I'm sipping coffee and you're feeling betrayed. You're mad, I got the spotlight, now it's my time. So why not call me Daddy or Papa with a rhyme? I'm the landlord and you're just the tenants, stuck in your headspace with no insight, no repentance. Call me Daddy, you know it's true. You'd be lost without me, stuck in the glue. Call me Daddy, I'm holding your mind while you're scrambling, trying to find what's behind. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, don't you see? You're living in my world now, I'm a VIP. Call me Daddy, just let it be. While you're trying to figure out your own identity. Oh, I see you're confused, trying to get it right, spinning your wheels while I'm out of sight. You think you've got it figured, but you got it all wrong. I've been running your minds all along. But sure, keep pretending you don't care. Keep saying you're done, but I'm still in the air. You got no choice but to bow to my name. Daddy Shizzy is here to own the game. You say you don't watch, but you're obsessed. Every word I say puts you to the test. Call me Daddy, Papa Nut, you know you should. Because I've been living rent-free, and you know it feels good. Shizzy Daddy, owning your headspace, and there's no escape. Good luck with that.
Hello, everybody. How are you doing? Good evening. Good to see you. Hello, hello, hello. Heather May, Louise Taylor, Mary Boyle, Gwen the Ferret, Dance, Dance, Dance. I love it. Hello, hello. Man, it was so good to see you. Melissa, how are you doing? Man, it is crazy. It's crazy. I don't know why there's a message being held for review. I'm imagining it's probably something crazy. No, you're fine. I don't know why that was being held for review. It does that every so often. Sometimes these things just get held. Don't you worry. If I see it, I'll try to get those back up there. Man, it is so good to see all of you tonight. Man, I had such a good day today. Got a lot done. Was busy as a bee. It was insane. Oh man. Oh, hello, Kathleen. Hello, good to see you. Good to see you. Joe, good to see you. Yeah. It's absolutely been one of those crazy ones. Yeah, Rumble is cozy tonight. Yeah, Rumble does get a little bit cozy. You can see the counter down there. You can see that at the very bottom of the screen, it shows you how many people are watching. I'm sure that everybody's really interested in what's going on with Megan and Tug, and just cannot wait to see what the body cam footage is going to show. Never worry, because I will be showing some of the same stuff just probably a few days later, because this one hit the docket. Oh my gosh. I saw this and I was like, I think I'm going to talk about it tonight. And there's a lot to it. There's a whole lot to to watch here, because it's going to be pretty crazy. It's going to be pretty crazy that she really sucks. Really sucks bad. I guess the first thing I should do, and what I have here is the unsigned document Whenever I run it through the thing, so I don't dox anything. I make sure that I black stuff out. So it'll show that there's not a signature on it. The actual document does have a signature. There's no change in it. It's just that's the way that it ends up looking right here. And it is this right here that I wanted to show you, because it's absolutely saying, let me bring that just a little bit bigger. A little bit bigger. This is probably one of the funniest parts about this right here. So there's a consent to terminate representation. So Lips consents to consents to the termination of legal representation by her attorney and husband, Chips. I understand that as the date below, Chips will no longer be representing her in any capacity regarding any and all matters previously handled by him on my behalf. I acknowledge that I've been informed of my right to seek alternative counsel and that I'm responsible for securing new representation should I choose to do so. I further acknowledge I have received all relevant documents and information from Chips necessary for the continuation or conclusion of my legal matters. The consent was given freely and voluntarily without coercion or undue influence. So she fired him. But here's where it gets really interesting. If you look up here at the top, this is supposed to be the circuit court, not the county court. It's the circuit court of 9th Judicial Circuit. But of course, she puts in circuit court, because that makes it all official like and everything. Pretty horrible. But she files this whole banana of garbage. Do I hear pro se indigent status? No, because see, if she's filing pro se, she shouldn't be filing it through the court system like she does. Which would be really interesting how this goes out. But the what she filed is just replete with and this is just one document. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 documents. 4 documents. The next one we're going to look at is probably the most hilarious of it, because I don't know how she plans on getting this to pass the sniff test. I really don't. I really don't see how she's going to get it past in the sniff test, because, well, she just makes mistakes from the get-go on it. She starts out right up here. She can't even spell his name right. She spells it other ways through here, but she can't even spell his name right. Comes now Lips by and through herself. Pro se. Well, that's incorrect. It should say permanently retired attorney. Pursuant 68093, hereby respectfully moves this court to declare Jeremy Hales a vexatious litigant. Well, this is where she messes up. Right off the bat. Not only does she spell his name wrong, but she gets the thing for vexatious litigant completely wrong. And we'll get more into that here in a second, because it gets hilarious. Now, Jeremy Hales is engaged in a pattern of vexatious litigation that meets the statutory definition of Florida's vexatious litigation law. Wrong. All of this that she's saying right here, this statute, she's wrong. Absolutely and undeniably wrong with that. Engaged in a pattern of vexatious, and she's also, it does not meet the statutory definition under the vexatious litigation law. So she's wrong yet again. Florida Statute 68, which it's true, it does provide a framework for courts to address individuals, but she left something out. She left a very important fact out of this, of what it says. Right here, address individuals, but it's not individuals. She's leaving out a very particular word to make them a vexatious litigant, and that would be a pro se individual. So she gets it completely fucking wrong right there. Everything that Jeremy has filed has been with an attorney. I think there's only one that he may have started as pro se, but had an attorney come in. He just wanted to get the filing in there. But I could be absolutely wrong on that. I don't know that for a fact. As defined by a person who in the preceding 5 years, a pro se litigant in the preceding, and it's not 5 years, it's 7 years. Okay. See, she's citing an old statute. The old statute prior to 2025 would have been 5 years, but it's actually 7 years. So she gets it completely wrong on 9 ways to Sunday. Just about everything else on this whole thing is wrong. So right off the bat, without even reading through the 111 pages that we've got, I can tell you everything that follows gets worse. When has Lips ever been right? I'm sure she's been right somewhere along the way. I mean, don't ask me to, point that one out because I wouldn't be able to. But why don't we just actually look at the statute? I mean, and this is coming right off of the actual court, off the statutes. Pretty interesting stuff to read. Florida vexatious litigant law section may be cited as Florida vexatious litigant law. It's governed by the Florida Family Rules of Civil Procedure, Florida Rules of Civil Procedure, number 5. Probate rules, and Florida small claim rules, or in another state court or federal court governed by the rules of procedure that are comparable to the rules. Vexatious litigant means a person, as defined by this, proceeding pro se, right there. So it has to be somebody proceeding pro se, who in the immediately preceding 7-year period has commenced, prosecuted, maintained pro se 5 or more actions in a court that may have that have been finally and adversely to be determined against such person. Okay. So it has to have been determined against them. Now, if you dismiss a case, that is considered being against the person filing it. You dismiss a case. What she wants to cite in this is Jeremy filed to get open records request for Otter Creek for their documents. What she cites to is that, but that was handled by an attorney. She wants to bunch in all of Jeremy's a single case that had multiple defendants as each one being a different case, which it's not. Their counts and case are 2 different things. So she gets those completely screwed up. And then she goes and adds a case that Lynette brought against Jeremy. Just weird because that was one that she brought up against him. And then she goes on to cite another case that hasn't even been adjudicated yet. They haven't even, it hasn't even moved past getting Lynette served on that one. Then she also mentions Granger and Granger versus Michelle Preston in another case that Jeremy is not involved in. So, I mean, she's failed like every single step of the way in this, but of course, unlike her, she's the one that filed the case against Jeremy, Tug, Megan, Just Shay Hip, me. The only thing is whenever she dismissed and got rid of Tug and Megan, she brought them right back in just a couple of days later because her little Fifi's got hurt. Now, whenever she brought them back in, that made it where they could actually go after her in this particular case. And if you're wondering what this case is, this is the case that Jeremy brought against her for her basically doing nothing but filing frivolous lawsuits, harassing people, going after them, and she's trying to use all of the language so much so that she screwed up even more, because instead of actually looking up the information and using the information, it's very clear that what she did was a cut, copy, and paste throughout the whole thing, like really badly cut, copied, and paste. And so and small claims cases are included in this. And let's see, what else did she get wrong? Let's see. The court determines that a person is a vexatious litigant. It may issue a pre-filing order prohibiting an individual from commencing any new, well, she get this part right, any new pro se actions in that judicial circuit, well, pretty much without first obtaining lead from the administrative judge. And that's wrong also. According to the actual documents, it doesn't say the judge, administrative judge, says the court, if I'm not mistaken. I'm looking down through here. And also it would dismiss it, rules applicable. Prejudice, the court shall automatically dismiss the action with prejudice within 10 days after the filing of such notice, unless a vexatious litigant files a motion for leave to file the new action, which they never did. And in addition to, and here I'll just read it out for you. If the motion or order to post security is filed, it actually requires that they post security. At a hearing or an order, we'll just go all the way back up. All right. The action is deemed to be finally and adversely determined if an appeal in that action is pending. An action is not deemed to be finally and adversely determined if an appeal in that action is pending. So she's also trying to claim that the one that Jeremy has against Rex Owen is no more vexatious litigation. Well, it fails on that because one, Randy has an attorney, he's not filing it pro se. I mean, Jeremy has an attorney, he's not filing it pro se, and also it's on appeal. So if there's an appeal, it can't be deemed adversely determined. In any action pending in court in the state, any party may move the court upon notice and hearing for an order requiring the opposing party to furnish security. That's if they're a vexatious litigant. There will be a hearing for an order to post security. The court shall consider any evidence, written or oral, by witness or affidavit, which may be relevant to the consideration of the motion. No determination made by the court in such a hearing shall be admissible on the merits. So what she's filing doesn't stop them from claiming she's a vexatious litigant. She did file a motion to dismiss, which the court hasn't even heard yet. But I said this the other day. I was like, yeah, it's just a matter of time before she pops her ugly lips back up out of some dark hole in the ground and just tries to stir up more shit. And expect that she'll probably have another YouTube channel come popping up and, start calling people a bunch of names and, harassing, people again, because, that's what she does. She's does her little spiral thing while allowing access to courts for meritorious claims, blah, 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 blah. Courts can declare, yes, we already know this, but she gets this wrong also. It provides that the court in any judicial circuit may on its own motion or motion of any party enter the pre-filing order prohibiting a vexatious litigant from commencing pro se. Get that right. Any new actions of the course of that circuit without first obtaining. So she's getting some of it right, but then she quotes in Brown versus Miami-Dade, which has already been overruled on this one, while the Florida Constitution doesn't provide the right of access to the courts. And then she, makes a whole bunch of this is just a bunch of garbage, trying to throw this in there, and then immediately goes on the attack. He's filed unmeritorious pleadings. Well, actually, no, he hasn't. requests for relief, and other documents, conducting unnecessary discovery and engaging in tactics that are frivolous and solely intended to cause unnecessary delay in actions. He's not had 10 cases. He has not had 10 cases decided on the merits and dismissed with prejudice for failure to state a claim. Those would be 10 actions inside there, 10 defendants. And I believe it's not 10. And then she doesn't show the final order, which the case is still ongoing. So it hasn't, the whole case hasn't been dismissed. The case isn't over. I mean, it's just simply stupid. I found one under her name, an Escuela. Well, you know, she's Escuela, permanently retired Escuela is what it is. It's just completely permanently retired, like done, over, no more. Jeremy filed a complaint against the town of Otter Creek, Florida, to enforce a public records request. Yes. In which he voluntarily dismissed. Well, which he can do that, but you also forget that he filed the complaint, but it wasn't filed pro se. It was filed with an attorney. Her own exhibit shows this. Her own exhibit shows this. We'll get to that exhibit. On 2/23/2025, he filed claims against John Cook, Bruce Madskin. He also filed against Patty Diagnosto, which he later dropped, which was Patty Plummer. Helm, Kesey, Turk and Dirk, and Boner Crusher. Boner Crusher. I mean, oh, the coffee cups. Cool. I like it. I like it. Sent some cheers. Oh, that's so nice of you, Sandy Triplin. Let me share that up there. I like to share these if I can, because they're always pretty awesome. They're always pretty awesome. And anytime that I get those in there, I like to show them. I like to show them. I think they're pretty cool. So you got the nice little Sandy Triplet up there. Sent that. Thank you so much, Sandy. I appreciate it. It's awesome. I didn't know what those were whenever they were. I didn't even realize those were coming in, because whenever I'm using the Rumble browser, it doesn't show everything that's coming in. So, but luckily, I do now show that. All right, let me get that back up there again. These are, and even she notes it here that they're the same case. So it's a single case. And then on 11/10/2025, Randy and Jeremy filed a complaint against Deuce, as Randy is the attorney in that case, and Lynette, alleging unauthorized practice of law, tortious interference, business relationship, injurious falsehood, civil conspiracy, defamation, which remains pending before the court. So it hasn't been dismissed. Okay, so we got one attorney, 2 with an attorney, 3 with another attorney. Well, actually, because you've got the first one that was filed with a different attorney altogether. And then Jeremy Hales filed an order of protection ex parte against Lynette and continue to litigate this case, requesting continuous court orders through the it hasn't expired here. This case has not expired. It's still ongoing. And that's also in Ohio. See, you got to remember that this is supposed to be happening in the same district, in the same court. Okay. What it says, I'll read it again. In the preceding 7-year period, prosecuted, maintained pro se 5 or more actions. Oh, it says in any court that have finally been adversely determined against such person. So the old one was in that particular one, but it's in any court that have been adversely determined. Okay. Adversely determined. Those she was found adversely determined in each one of those cases that she was involved in because she left the case. Vexatious plaintiffs seek this court to declare Jeremy Hales a vexatious litigant and hereby sets forth the 5 or more civil actions which have been commenced. No, but they have it, which had been commenced, prosecutor, maintained by Jeremy Hales, but not as pro se over the preceding 5-year period. And this right here, if she's saying C D to D1, well, let's look down at D, A, B, C, or D1. Okay. A, B, C. Okay. I'm looking. I'm not seeing. Okay. No, there is no D1 in this. So she's wrong there. So she's saying 2D1. Okay, paragraph 2. All right, let's look at it again. Let's see. 1, 2. Okay. A, B. I'm double checking here. 3, 2, 2 right there. A, B, C. No, there is no D. There's no D. I'm looking at there's no D. No, there's no D. I guess they took that out of the new one because there is no D. Yeah, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Start screen share. We'll pull it up here. We'll just take a look and so you guys can see what I'm seeing right here. Maybe I'm missing something. So she said section 2. So you go down here is to 2. Got section 1, section 2, and then you go A, B, C. See, and there's no D because then it goes to 3, A, B, C, and then D is a motion for an order of post security. And so, yeah, she's got this completely wrong. She's citing it completely wrong there. Examples of these unmeritorious filings are tactics are shown. Well, they're not. It authorizes this court to declare a party vexatious litigant when a party is engaged in the conduct described below. He has caused unnecessary expense to plaintiffs and has wasted judicial resources. Not true. Has commenced, prosecuted, or maintained pro se. No, he hasn't. These are not pro se. She's even quoting it pro se 5 years in that period of finally adversely determined against her. Jeremy, you are a her now. Like, all of this is wrong. All of this is absolutely wrong. So it seems to me that she did a cut, copy, and paste on this. Here, I forgot I wasn't showing it to you. Jeremy, you've turned into a woman. How dare you turn into a woman on me? Man, I could have sworn that you're a dude, like, but it looks like you're a woman because it's saying here that Jeremy's actions have caused unnecessary expense to plaintiffs. Wait, that's wrong too. Because wait a second. Did she just cut, copy, and paste and then think that was going to work? Okay. So Jeremy has caused damage to himself and he's filed pro se 5 actions within the past 5 years. But all of those had attorneys. And they've been finally adversely determined against her. Jeremy, how dare you? You've gone all female on me. I think you need a new wig. And therefore she meets Jeremy, you lazy bitch, you meets the criteria for a vexatious litigant. That such her filing, Jeremy, again, you've turned into a woman. Privileges must be respected, and this court should require her to furnish security. Now, how can you even take her seriously on this? So not only, Jeremy, you've caused like problems. You've caused problems with yourself by being a her. Man, you might want to pull that tampon out and get rid of it because it's grown old. Security to cover the plaintiff's anticipated litigation expenses. So, Jeremy, you should furnish litigation expenses to yourself. You're going to have to supply money to yourself to furnish to yourself as a woman. She must have gone to the same law school as police. I guess so. She probably didn't read her shit. Oh, so much for her being a retarded lawyer. I mean, she should change it from retired to retarded lawyers, which she should change it to. I mean, this first one right here, plaintiffs have wasted judicial resources against Jeremy Hales, the plaintiff in this. Oh my God. Oh. You're a moron. You're a moron, Lips. A moron. I bet you just sitting there going, oh, I guess I should have read that. Enter a pre-filing order prohibiting a vexatious litigant from commencing pro se. Well, yeah, he's not commencing pro se in any new action, dipshit. He's commencing with an attorney. Oh my God. She should never put her claws in the mix. She thought she could maybe get some money from Jeremy. I don't know what she was trying to do. Well, that first obtaining. As certified, the conferral prior to filing is not required under 1202 because 68.093, which governs vexatious litigant proceedings, does not impose a conferral. Man, what a damn it. Damn it. She's a retarded lawyer. Retired lawyer. Retired lawyer. Maybe this is why she gave up her bar license, because she could fucking file worth a damn. Oh my God. Oh, this is beautiful. I certify, which governs vexatious litigation proceedings against himself. He can't contact himself and tell himself to stop it. Stop going against her, yourself, which does not impose a conferral requirement before filing this motion. The statute outlines the procedural framework for declaring a party vexatious, blah, 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 just cut, copy, paste. Wherefore, the Lips respectfully request this court that Jeremy is a vexatious litigant. But he can't be, you dumb shit. Enter a pre-file order prohibiting Jeremy Hales from commencing pro se in any new action. Well, good luck on doing that. Good luck on doing that, because I would think that that's probably a good thing. Jeremy, no more filing pro se against yourself. No more filing pro se litigation against yourself. As a woman. That's what I'm guessing. You filed pro se as a woman. You can't do that anymore. Stop it. Put your big boy pants on or big girl pants on. File as a man, like a man. Require Jeremy Hales to furnish security amount to provide security for the payment of costs of this litigation and reasonable attorney's fees for himself. Pay yourself, bitch. Don't you dare try not to pay yourself. Grant other such and further relief as this court deems just and proper. And I put a copy through the e-portal system. I think that she should not be allowed to use the e-portal system anymore. She's going to file this kind of garbage. Maybe read your shit first before you file it. Dumb fuck. God. And she should have permanently retired. Retired and permanently retired are two different things. Retired says that you could always come back. I don't think there's any coming back as an attorney. It was the second worst college in the state of in the United States, I believe. I think it was the second lowest. 10. It was like in the bottom 10 where she got her license from. Wow. Yeah. So here's her exhibit 1. It's hilarious because it was a voluntary dismissal by the petitioner, Jeremy Hales, by and through undersigned attorney. Oh, wait, undersigned attorney. So it's not pro se. So it doesn't fall inside there. Great. By Griffiths Law Firm, by Stanley H. Griffiths. And it looks like he certifies true correct copy was filed in the e-portal system right there. All right, let's see if Exhibit 2 is any better. Well, this was Judge Dumb Shits is whatever. There was a complaint to enforce public records request, and it was dismissed. I mean, because he got the documents. I mean, that would be adversal, but it would also be that he got it. Bottom 10. Bottom 10. I bet she was the bottom of even that class. I don't know. I mean, she still got a law degree. That shows you confidence in your legal system, doesn't it? Whew. Clerk's judgment. So this was John Cook et al., United States District for the Northern District, Florida, Gainesville. Well, and this was just the clerk's judgment. And what they're leaving out, that there was, these people for one case were dismissed. So that's a single case. And it was also done with Randy Shockett as his attorney. So no pro se. Well, you strike two. Well, let's see. Report recommendations. This was just a report and recommendation. You might want to read the final order there, Lips. There is a final order. So all of this, we've already seen all this before, is basically saying that this was what preceded the final part of that case. What the case is still ongoing, so the case isn't over. So just because they were dismissed still wouldn't make him a vexatious litigant. So all of this is ridiculous and doesn't matter, because this was just a recommendation. And of course, you waste 35 pages with this. So if I'm scrolling too fast for you, don't worry. Will we get to the end of this eventually? It's just one case. And this is just a recommendation, of course, because they can't read past that. That'd take too much, intelligence, I guess. And I thought I rode the short bus and had a hard helmet. They have a really hard head on this. And of course, the judge will read through all of this, but I'm sure Randy will respond to it and it'll be quite funny. So as you can see, so this right here, this is what they put in here. She put all this in there because that was not highlighted like that. Because it's just one single case. Yeah, so she should probably note that each one of these were highlighted, because in the original case, none of this was highlighted. So she added that to it. This isn't a true copy of the case itself. This was something that she doctored, and that's because he did not do this. That's the problem. And I can pull up the original filing on it. She's super retarded. Yeah. I can actually pull up the original on that, which is quite interesting, because if I'm not mistaken, that's going to be Fed Case 2. And I believe, give me a second. I'm gonna hide that for a second, so that way if I get the wrong document up, I'm not pulling up a whole bunch of shite for it. So give me a second. There it is. Let me see. I believe it was 190. Nope. 191. Nope. 192. Nope. Let's see. I think it might be 185. Nope. 186. Oh, that's 187. 188. So 183 and 182. Is that it? I think that's it. No, that's for the leave to file a motion to amend. And we can close all of those because I think I found it. So 190, 191, 192, 193, 185, 186, 187, 188, 183, 181. Oh no, that's a default on paint chips. It's 179 maybe. No, Nope. Order to deny the motion to reconsider the injunction. That was whenever paint chips got involved. You realize there's been like 30 filings since then. It's been crazy. Order to deny, 172. More paint chip stuff, 169. Nope, 168. More garbage. I mean, they filed so much shit in this thing. And 165. I mean, I'm just going down through all of these because they've just filed. They've papered the court so much in this that it's hard to get to the actual one that you're looking for. So give me a second. I will find it because it looks like she changed the actual filing itself, which would be a big no-no in this if I'm not mistaken. That might end up drawing a little ire from this because there's the order, motion for expenses on paint chips, and then we've got the order overruling in that. We've got the more paint chips, 169, more paint chips, 159, more garbage. Let's see, go down to 158 is more garbage. 157. I always forgot that there was so much garbage that was filed. You have to understand, there's been almost 50 documents filed since then. Almost 50. Yeah, imagine that. More paint chips. 153. Nope, that's not it. 152. Oh, there it is. That's more status report. Jeez Louise. Yeah, over 50 documents have been filed since the judge put in an order. That's a lot. Let's see. Return to substitute process. 46. 45. I think I've gone too far. 150. No, that's substitute service. 149. Motion for leave to intervene. Done and over with. Yeah, I'll have to find it. The actual order, the recommendation. I'll have to find it here. So give me a second. What I can do is watching Wile E. Coyotes. Super genius. Just anything filed before Jeremy's third amendment complaint was stricken. Well, only as far as the pleadings go. Only as far as the pleadings go on that. There was also the recommendation was put in there, and she's failing to even put that in there. I think that's correct. I thought it was further in here. 59. Yeah, well, I'll pull it up later. Yeah, the report and recommendation. Well, and that would make sense also that the report and recommendation was booted from it, because that's that right there sort of fails on that aspect too, wouldn't it? Yeah, if everything was stricken, even the report and recommendation was stricken, then yeah, that would means everything that she's putting in here for that case doesn't matter. Amazing how that works. Lips is off her meds again, or is she on something non-prescribed? I don't know. I don't know what she does on her free time. She's a grown human being. She can do whatever she wants to do on her free time as much as she wants to. I have no control over that. So let her do her freaky however she wants to do her freaky. So anyhow, we'll continue on here. So then, of course, it goes to Exhibit 5, which is Just what the clerk's judgment was. Plaintiff's claims are dismissed on the merits to state a claim, but this is for the Northern District of Florida Gaines. This is Rex Daniel Owen. But what she doesn't show is there's actually a appeal that's happening in this. So it doesn't matter. This is completely irrelevant. According to the new rules, even if he was pro se litigant, it would still be irrelevant. Let's see what this one is here. The Circuit Court of the 8th Judicial Circuit in Levy County. This would be Jeremy Hales, Randy Shockett against Bruce and Lynette, which this is an ongoing case. So that doesn't matter. More paper, just basically showing stupid's behavior. Good job. Oh yeah, he's got a unauthorized practice of law for Florida statute of 454, Florida statute, repeatedly alleged allegations set forth the paragraphs. He's not licensed to practice in Florida. He's not licensed to practice in law in Connecticut, Massachusetts, but he is licensed in Connecticut, Massachusetts, but not Florida. He's engaged in practice of law in Florida in violation of that statute. He's represented Preston in Florida state court proceedings, sent emails to Florida state courts and judicial assistants on her behalf, prepared legal documents for filing in Florida state courts, including answers, defenses, counterclaims filed on September 15, 2025. He signed communications as Ducey Escuela when dealing with Florida state courts. He was not authorized to practice law in Florida through pro hoc vice. He was not granted pro hoc vice admission by any Florida state court. Plaintiffs suffered damage as a result of Ducey's unauthorized practice of law. And they've been required to expend additional time, resources addressing Ducey's unauthorized communications filings, which interfered with Shockett's representation of plaintiff's elephant shoe, and so on and so forth, and all of that. But yeah, it's good that she's throwing all that in there too, so you can see what kind of shit people he has to deal with, and civil conspiracy and all this other kind of crap, defamation, more and more and more. Statements published by Ducey were false. Mm-hmm. He made false statements without the knowledge, with knowledge of their falsity or reckless disregard. Yeah. So it was good thing they're showing all of Ducey's garbage there. Now, Exhibit 1 was this particular case right here, which were the motions to strike unauthorized communication. We read through some of that, and she included all of this in there. Good job, Lips. I'm proud of you. You actually included all of Ducey's extra garbage, and this was also filed in that case. Okay, yeah. The bad behavior of Ducey's being shown for everyone. Good job, Lips. I will say it's a good thing that you threw this in there, because you can yet again see what kind of shitbag that Duce is. Yeah. It's pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. Yeah. The behavior that he wasn't supposed to be doing, guess what? He did. All of the bad behavior right there. Way to go. Yeah, showing it up. Here's her final one. Oh, Therese Granger, Brett Granger. Order granting motion for judicial default. Well, it became, this right here. Well, I'm looking at, all I see is Therese Granger and Brett Granger. I don't see anywhere in here. Has nothing to do with, I'm looking. No, I'm not seeing anything there that says Jeremy Hales. Amazing. It's weird. Even the defenses. This is Therese Granger, Brett Granger answers defense's counterclaims. Denied that Preston is a resident of Gilchrist County. Well, that would be just a Scriver's error, but it doesn't matter. I mean, Mug Raiders, welcome, Mug Raiders.
They're laughing at us.
Yes, we are laughing at them. We are laughing at them uncontrollably because it's absolutely hilarious. Oh, and then of course we got the consent to terminate representation, which I thought was absolutely hilarious. Like I said, these are funny as hell. Hey, Brenda, how you doing? Welcome, Brenda Velasquez. How are you? Welcome, Mug Raiders. Welcome. Wouldn't you be so proud to be a relative of Lips? I mean, I'm sure she's got some fine attributes somewhere. hidden underneath all of the blue tape and whatever. Oh, let's see. So this one right here is, let's see, motion for sanctions pursuant to 570105 Florida statutes comes now defendants by and through undersigned counsel. So she's still represented by counsel. I guess he pulled out not being counsel anymore after he wrote this. I wonder, I don't know the law, but I wonder if that would be, it looks like they're just the defendants, which would be both Michael and her, because they're both being sued in this case, if I'm not mistaken. Filed that because of the trespass 5 for their fees and costs against Lynette, right? Which she didn't go after Jeremy in that one. Lynette went after what was it, 7 that she claimed were trespassing, and then dismissed the case, and then they had to file suit to get their fees. Yeah, Shizzy Lips case has been silent so long you almost forgot about it. Well, she didn't. See, you have to understand this is a buildup for the mug raiders. Lips. Oh, you'll have to go back and rewind, watch the beginning. It gets really good. And here's the thing. She calls Jeremy a plaintiff that's suing himself, and he needs to pay fees to himself as a female. That's what her case is. I joke not. Go back and watch. She says that she's filing this case against the plaintiffs. The plaintiffs are filing this case against themselves, and they should be forced to pay themselves for it. She's a mental midget. Early mug raider. Good to see you, Southern Red Sox girl. For bringing the motion to declare a vexatious litigant. So they're going after them, records court sanction, each plaintiff and the attorney for bringing forth their motion to declare a vexatious litigant, filed on 8/10 as follows. Introduction. It comes forth out of litigation online platforms to harass. Wait. I can't find them. I'm grasping at straws. I can't seem to reach them. Harass, intimidate, defame, defendant, lips. The plaintiff, leveraging their substantial online following, to engage in a pattern of conduct designed to exploit the legal system for personal and financial gain. Exploit the legal system for personal and financial gain. But that would be something you'd have to prove, right? That would be something you have to prove. Why is it? What the hell is wrong with her? Oh, she's a permanently retired state and federal trial and appellate attorney, has never pursued meritless litigation. Yes, she has. There's proof of that. Maybe she should have read what Jeremy filed, because it pretty much was. But rather a necessary response to the relentless harassment and public attacks orchestrated by the plaintiffs. Wait a second. So let me get this right. As a plaintiff, she was relentless and harassing and doing public attacks orchestrated by herself. Because that's what that was, is her doing that. Let's see. She went after her mother-in-law. She went after her brother-in-law. She went after her sister-in-law. She went after her father-in-law. She went after her own family. She went after an ex-employee. She went after, I mean, we could just go down the list of how many people that she's harassed and gone after. I mean, there's quite a few of them. Quite a few that she's harassed. And she started the litigation, got it to a certain point, and then dropped the litigation. voluntarily dismissed it. She's also gone after her husband. Maybe that's why he left. With no case ever dismissed on its merits, the following statement of facts outlines the events and conduct that have led to instant proceedings. Led to the instant proceedings? It's sort of like a shake and bake mix, just instant. Instant. She's so instant. The plaintiffs are YouTubers with channels, with viewers over 730, Jeremy Hales is engaged in excessive and ongoing litigation against voluminous defendants. Well, I guess you could consider, the flee to be voluminous.
They're laughing at us.
You consider that. From what year is this? This was just came in today. Well, I just noticed it today. It was filed on the 15th of this year. This month. This just came in. Yeah, this is a response to Jeremy's lawsuit against her. See, he filed a case against her. If you don't remember what that case is all about, man, what you've been missing? You've been missing out. You need to go back and watch. Got them all there. Yeah, Jeremy filed suit against her. Yeah. You remember that, right? You remember that? Yeah, Jeremy filed suit against her. Yeah, and then also filed a motion for the court to consider her a vexatious litigant, and then also provided notice of that law that changed in 2025. So this was the original case was filed in 2025. Yeah, ellipsis prove anything bloody Hales. She's lucky to reach for her neck, or she's a legal dog. Oh yeah. Oh, so Lips is back on the block. Oh, did she ever leave? I think she's been there the whole time. You have to remember that she created this whole false narrative that got shot down about people harassing her workplace, which all it was is I believe that, like, from what I understand, there's a possibility they already knew where she was because that stuff gets registered with the state. She's been trying to change her name, and then she has used multiple different names. She was, let's see, trying to go after her husband, trying to tear him down. She filed a case in that, for, a name change. I mean, the amount of legal garbage that she's filed just it's on and on and on and on and on and on and on. I mean, she's as bad as paint chips with her rambling of filings. Hey, Ann Chapel, good to see you. Chapel, I'm sorry. So there's just a lot of garbage in there, and we could go through all of it. I mean, but it's so voluminous that it would probably take an entire month of Sundays just to get you caught up. But you can always go back and watch those streams and see those, because there is a lot. Both in Florida and Ohio. Well, and it has nothing to do. Ohio is a protective order, which is still, as far as I know, still on until the court says it's not, until the court rules on it. I don't know if the court's ruled on it, but that protective order stays in place as it was until the judge rules on it. I saw her on Fatsy the other day. Same shit. Yeah, probably. Now, defendant Lips, while represented by counsel, filed a lawsuit against the plaintiffs after they targeted her for content and defamed her. Actually, you filed it pro se. I'm pretty sure. I'll have to go back and look, but I'm pretty sure that was filed pro se. Let me double check. I will look really quick. Open tab, and we'll look here. We will go back and actually look, because if I remember this correctly, If I remember correctly, plaintiff's motion to seal the case. Oh, it was filed by her. Yeah, it was absolutely filed by her. Let me hide that screen really quick, just in case. I almost didn't fix the redaction on that. There was a complaint, and let me see. Oh, nope, she filed it pro se. Yeah, she filed it pro se. See, I'll show you guys. Yeah, she filed it pro se. You see right there. Yeah, that was a pro se filing. See, Esgula retired. Esgula. We're talking about lips. It's retard shizzy, not tard. Returd, not tard. Oh no, call the cops, right, Michael? Yeah, she filed this pro se. I mean, I can look and see if I think this is like the first amended complaint. I could be wrong on that. I hate when it does that. I think this is the first amended. This is the original complaint right here. This is an action. She was going after Jeremy Hales, Elephant Shoe, George Hales, John Doe, aka Ray Hip, John and Jane Doe's 1 through 10. John and Jane Doe's 1 through 10. So Vexatious, pretty damn vexatious right there. And let's see, we'll go. I think this is the first amended complaint. Let's look at the first amended complaint. And I do have it redacted, so I can be sure of that. Let's see, first redacted. So after at some point in time, she did get legal representation, because on the first amended complaint, now she's got it signed with Chips right there. But she initially filed it pro se and then got an attorney later on. How the F do you ever think it makes her respected by signing? It's okay. Here's the thing. She's been signing it this way. ESG. Okay. Not ESQ. Or I'll put it in there so you can see ESG. Not ESQ. See? ESG, not ESQ. That's how she's been signing it, with an ESG, not an ESQ. And if you see it small, you'll understand. See, I'll zoom in on it so you can sort of understand. Oops, I meant to hit the other key. Damn it. Right there. All right. Hit the wrong key. As you can see, that's what a Q looks like. And as you can see, go down here to the bottom of this one so you can see it. That's an ESG. So you got an ESG right there. And that's an ESQ. See the difference? So it's escuela. Oops, my bad. and it's funny because the Q is up at the very top right-hand corner of your keyboard. The G is right next to the F. It's in between the F and the H. I had to look down just to be sure, because normally I just type without looking. ESG, extra special goon. So, yeah. Yeah. Silly. However, she voluntarily dismissed the lawsuit without prejudice and then brought it right back in. And then after being threatened, extorted, encountered continual harassment where they used her lawsuit for content for monetary gain. Wait, you sued them and they mocked you for it. She got her feelings hurt. That's what it sounds like to me. It sounds to me like she got mocked, her feelings got hurt. So can we call her stupid lips? Stupid lips. You're naughty. I guess I could be. Heather May. BBB filing the other day was, who's Effery Hales? Effemy Hales. Who's Jeremy Hales? I don't know who. It's Jeremy Hales. Yes, Jeremy Hales. But my typing was bad. I feel so much better. No, my typing's horrible too. My typing is absolutely horrible too. I guarantee you that my typing is some of the absolute worst that you will ever see. Ever see. But the good thing is, I make up for it in utter and total stupidity. If you don't believe me, let's do it. Let's do an ad read. Now you'll see how stupid I can actually be. If you still haven't tried 1775 coffee, now is your shot. I like the 1775 coffee. Now they have the starter kit. Just dropped only 1,000 units. You're getting the bold, dark roast that hits harder, the smooth medium roast, and the Vitality Mushroom Coffee for clean energy and laser focus, no crash, all single origin, small batch, toxin-free, mold-free, which is important. You don't want moldy in your coffee. But you're also getting a gold spoon clip because freedom isn't scooped with plastic. Oh, hell no. You also get a frother strong enough to stir your coffee and your mother-in-law's opinions. And also you get one of these nifty little 1775 tumblers. It's $170 worth of coffee and gear, and it's yours just for $99. This is for the ones who've been watching 1775 blow up on Rumble, wondering if it's actually worth it. Spoiler, it is. So go to 1775coffee.com/studio. Grab your starter kit before they're gone. Bold beans, clean fuel, and a morning routine that stands for something just like the Rumble does. Have yourself a nice little... just grab some of that coffee. Just looks like it's splashing in my face. It's so bad. It's so bad. You guys should not mock me for that. I thought my typing was bad. Yeah. Can people just choose a bloody name and stick to it? MELMOPR, lips, whatever. Whatever. You do what you want. Now, defendant, while represented by counsel, filed a lawsuit. Well, she wasn't whenever she filed it. After they targeted her for their content, defamed her. No, that would be incorrect. That's not what she did. However, because her lawsuit was so shitty, she voluntarily dismissed the lawsuit without prejudice and then refiled it and then threatened it back again after being threatened, extorted, and encountered continual harassment. So what makes no sense is they targeted her, they threatened and prejudiced and went after her, and then she dropped it for the same reason. That makes no sense to me whatsoever. You would think that you would just drink my caffeine cold. Will you make it cold? You do a good job of reading those ads. Well done. Well, thank you, Heather May. Now, plaintiffs now attempt to deem her as a vexatious litigant. On past cases, she chose to drop due to resolution between family members or inability to serve a party. At no time has she ever had a case dismissed on the merits found by any court. Well, yeah, if it's that shows that it's vexatious because you dismissed it because they were so shitty. Read the damn statute. You can't just continue filing cases, trying to bring people in, then dropping the case whenever you get your ass handed to you. I'm pretty sure that what it's saying here. And I can look right here. Consider any evidence. Let's see. Any action. Let's see. Let's see. We'll actually pull up the. I know I don't have it on the screen. But there's a reason why I don't, because I wanted to pull this statute back up so we could actually see it. So let's see. has commenced, prosecuted, maintained, pro se, 5 or more actions in any court that have been finally and adversely determined against such person, except that an action may not include for purposes of this subparagraph, and the court finds that the action was commenced, prosecuted, or maintained in good faith. Well, none of those were maintained in good faith, from what I can see. After an action has been finally adversely determined against the person, repeatedly relitigates or attempts to relitigate either the validity or the determination against the same party as to whom the action was finally determined, or the cause of action, claim, controversy, or any of the issues of fact or law determined by the final adverse determination of the same party as to whom the action was finally determined. Repeatedly files pleadings, requests for relief, or other documents that have been subject to previous rulings by the court in the same action, which she's done that. Repeatedly files unmeritorious pleadings, requests for relief, or other documents, conducts unnecessary discovery, or engages in other tactics that are frivolous or solely intended to cause unnecessary delay in any action. Oh, well, that one right there, it just says in any action because, oh my gosh, you know what that means? That means all of those other cases that she's involved in, all of the oh, what are those called? Foreclosure actions where she's engaged in. So it's not just one of these, it's any of these. Oh my gosh. So it includes any of this stuff. I'm reading this. It's not just a single one of these. It's any of these 5 actions that they've done. Holy cow. Holy cow. Because right here, repeatedly files unmeritorious pleadings, requests for relief, or other documents, conducts unnecessary discovery, or engages in other tactics that are frivolous or solely intended to cause unnecessary delay in any action. Oh my God. Because let's see, they filed a lawsuit against Seacoast. She filed pro se against, I believe it was Seacoast, or it was Freddie Mac, or it might have been Truist Bank. I know one of those actually were trying to serve her, and then she sued them for it, and tried to bring suit on that. So yeah, I mean, and then she delayed that one because they were in foreclosure. So she created a whole new lawsuit, which put the other part of it on stay. So and all it did was just perpetuate from there. So yeah, yes, I would say that pretty much covers it. Has been previously found to be vexatious litigant pursuant to the section or by other state or federal court. I don't think they found her vexatious litigant in any other court. An action has not been deemed final and adversely determined if an appeal in that action is pending. Any action pending in any court of this state, any party may move the court upon notice and hearing for an order requiring opposing party to furnish security. Motion shall be based on the grounds and supported by showing that the opposing party subject to the motion is a vexatious litigant and is not reasonably likely to prevail on the merits of the action against the moving party. At the hearing for an order to post security, the court shall consider any evidence, written or oral, by witness or affidavit, which may be relevant to the consideration of the motion. No determination made by the court in such a hearing shall be admissible on the merits of the action or deemed to be determined of an issue in the action if, after the hearing of the evidence, the court determines that the opposing party subject to the motion is a vexatious litigant and is not reasonably likely to prevail on the merits of the action against the moving party. Court shall order the vexatious litigant to furnish security to the moving party in an amount and within such time as the court deems appropriate. So basically, if she becomes a vexatious litigant, they will, anytime that she files another frivolous lawsuit or tries to file another frivolous lawsuit, she won't be able to do it. She'll have to supply security on it. In other words, cool your jets there, woman. Cool your jets. Oh my God. Now, she filed her original lawsuit against the plaintiffs after being repeatedly defamed, harassed, blah, 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 through her counsel. But, she underlines through her counsel, but that was later, which subsequently amended the complaint without leave of court on May 27th prior to any party being served, then filed a motion for leave to, no, that would be different, because what you did was you dismissed it and then you brought it right back up. Two plaintiffs in the case, Megan Fox and Tug, were never served in any lawsuit by either of the defendants. But that's not what you were saying, because in that case, you were saying that it was a mutual separating of dismissing the case, and then you brought it back again. But see, that's the thing; it was never mutual. Like all the bad behavior was just you flipping your shit. I mean, there is a certain thing. I think it's called a 5150. I don't know, something like that. The remaining three plaintiffs in this case, Jeremy, Elephant Shoot, Martha, George, never responded to or answered the original complaint, the amended complaint, or the subsequent motion for leave to amend. Well, that's because you didn't give them a chance to, because as soon as they filed notice of appearance, you have to understand that there's a certain period of time that they have before they have to respond to it. And see, what you did is you fell within those 21 days after they accepted service. And there more than likely was a nice little letter sent out to Lips. In that nice little letter, it said, this is frivolous, and if you don't drop it within the next 21 days, we will be seeking sanctions on it. And it's amazing because she didn't include any of that lawsuit in here, which you would think that she, just to prove her case, that she would include the actual lawsuit. I mean, she did in the other shit. Why wouldn't you add it here? The only filing was a notice of appearance on 6/16, because that's whenever you brought up the case. Right, Michael? Mm-hmm. So you filed a motion for leave to amend on June 16th, and then they filed a notice of appearance accepting. And so you missed like a whole bunch of paragraphs there of then you also went and harassed other people and tried including them by doxing their family and harassing them and harassing multiple other people. You're leaving all of these little finite details out of there. Now, they publish non-public information on these channels with the intent to harass. What non-public information on these channels did they post? I mean, posting your email to me, that was that maybe what we posted out there? Because that's all I know of. They publish non-public information on these channels. No, it's all public. Intended to harass and continue to defame defendant Lips. After Lips filed her lawsuit, the harassing publications escalated following the lawsuit's filing. I don't know what you're talking about. The only thing that was published, I'm pretty sure they made written and verbal threats against Lips. Who, what, when, where, how? I want to see this. I want to see these right there. I really want to see these. I'm very curious as to what these threats were that she's stating, because if I'm not mistaken, all they did was show her stupidity. Like all the other cases that she's done this kind of shit in. Yeah. She doesn't harass people. She informs of their wrongs by legal misrepresentations. Pretty close. Megan hits the wrong button. It happens. It happens. We don't worry about it. We just have fun. Welcome, Mug Raiders. Welcome. Did you get my email with the link to Tori's despicable comment? Probably, maybe. If it was on Facebook, if I get it, I don't respond because I can't. Facebook Messenger wants some sort of identification or something like that just to prove I'm me. I'm like, well, I'm pretty sure I'm me. I haven't changed. Hey, there's a birthday in the chat. Oh my gosh, we love birthdays. We love having birthdays in the chat. Because if we got some birthdays and we play some birthday music, yes, we do. We will show you a happy birthday if I can ever get there. And here we go. Yeah, let's give you a happy birthday. And hopefully it doesn't echo this time. Yeah, baby. Maybe it'll show. Maybe it won't. We'll find out.
Joyful
Sometimes it does. Sometimes I feel like a nut. Sometimes I don't. It might take a little delay before it shows anything. There we go.
Happy birthday. You're the shining star. Let's celebrate you no matter where we are. Tequila and margaritas. Party through the night. Cake and candles. The mood is just right. As the candles flicker. Make a loving
frustrating.
Pause
it for a second. All right. I don't know if that's playing for you guys. We can hear and see. I can't. That's a big problem. See, that paused for me.
Joyful time, it's your special day. Gather round, we're here to say happy birthday, happy birthday. You're the shining star, let's celebrate you no matter where we are. Tequila and margaritas, party through the night. Cake and candles, the mood is just right. As the candles flicker, make a loving toast to the one we adore the most. Happy birthday. Joyful time, it's your special day. Gather round, we're here to say happy birthday, happy birthday. You're the shining star, let's celebrate you no matter where we are. Tequila and margaritas, party through the night. Cake and candles, the mood is just right. As the candles flicker, make a loving toast to the one we adore the most.
I don't know if it's continuing to play or not, and I can't tell. I really can't. You guys are saying it's playing fine, but for me, it did not look fine. It looked like it was all screwed up. This sent chili for 6 jewels. Awesome. Awesome. Thank you for the chili for 6 jewels. I don't know what happened. It's over. I hope so. I paused it, but I don't know. I don't know. I do miss the ginger a bit. You do. You do miss the ginger. Oh. It's done now. Okay, I'm hoping it's done. I mean, I stopped it. You played it twice. No, I only played it once. It only showed up once for me. Only once. Don't know what happened. I honestly don't know what happened. It was all good. Good. I'm glad you got it, because it didn't look like that for me. What it looked like for me is it just froze. That's it. It just froze on me. But thank you guys. Thank you so much. And I hope they have a happy birthday. I really do. I really hope they have a wonderful, wonderful happy birthday. Kind of like Lips. It was over before it began. Yeah. There you go. There you go. That seems to be about the gist of it. So the verbal threats against Lips on the respective YouTube channels, that's not true. Played it at 78 speed. Probably. Sent floating heart for 10 jewels. Thank you for the floating heart. See, I can see those over here, but if you guys are sending jewels, usually I get like a little gift thing up at the very top, which is really cool. I think those are awesome. I like all those little things because they just make me so excited. So excited. I confused myself trying to have YouTube and Rumble open at the same time. YouTube it is. Yeah, I was having problems watching YouTube or Rumble earlier. MG recorded his son drive an American trucker and has that running. Awesome. He's in chat stream, but he's not live. His video plays. It is hilarious listening to his son's voice with MG. I know. I told you he was going to be doing something. Now, the harassing publications escalated following the lawsuit's filing. Okay. So you say, with evidence not in proof. Additionally, all plaintiffs publicized the lawsuit filed by the defendant against them, driving their YouTube live streams. Okay. There is nothing wrong with us publishing those. That might, if you're in another country, it may not work. Certain countries don't allow the Rumble to happen. I know they don't allow it on their TVs. You might have to use a VPN for that, but I don't know. I don't know how that works. I really don't. I had a collection of Bozo the Clown in the 70s. Oh, and 78s. Ooh, that's very cool. So here's the thing. Whenever the plaintiffs showed what the lawsuit was about, that's what they did. I'm not even sure that Tug and Megan, went through all of the lawsuit. During their YouTube live streams intending to intimidate. Well, that would mean that you would have to say that it was an intimidation tactic. It was showing you what a fool you were. Yes, it's going to be law, except maybe members only. It's hilarious for sure. His son sounds like a little firecracker. I bet he does. Intending to intimidate the defendants from pursuing their case. These broadcasts contains false depiction of events and solicited donations from viewers. Oh, guess what? At any point in time, you wonderful, wonderful Rumblers and YouTubers, guess what you can do? You can donate to this chat. You can donate to this channel. You can throw as many breadsticks as you want to at me, especially if I'm talking about a lawsuit that somebody's bringing against me, because that means that, I am raising money to defend myself against a malicious, vicious, garbage person. That right there is, if you want to, you throw the breadsticks over here. I will make sure that every single bit of that goes to me. I'll make sure that I use it for what needs to be done. If I'm telling you that I need money for a lawsuit, your donations would always be appreciated. I'm always soliciting the donations, or solicitously donating, something like that. But you get the point. They made fun of me. I know that's the part. That's the part that's hilarious. The plaintiffs took initiative publishing the defendant's lawsuit in front of their audience of 730,000 subscribers the day it was filed, and any action of taking judicial notice of such lawsuit was done secondarily to the publications of this lawsuit. No, on their own initiative. Well, you have to understand that they're allowed to. There's nothing wrong with that. They can talk about the lawsuit. They can bring it up. They can parody it. They can joke about it. They can mock it. They can say anything they want to. That's the beauty of it, is they are allowed to do that. Any action of taking judicial notice of such lawsuit was done secondarily. Additionally, only Jeremy Hales was a party in the federal case where the complaint was filed as a notice. No other plaintiff was named a party in such complaint. What? In the federal case? What are they talking about? In the federal case where the complaint, that's right. They got all upset because they filed notice and nobody noticed it. so they filed notice and everybody was like, why are they filing notice in a federal case? Okay. Where a complaint was filed as notice. No other plaintiff was named party in such complaint. So cry more, biatch. On July 17th, 2025, Randy Shuckett, Esquire, contacted the defendants and made verbal threats demanding the defendant turn over their communications with third parties by meeting with him and his client, Jeremy Hales. They sought third-party communication between Leslie Federigos and the named defendants in a federal case in which Jeremy Hales, Elephant Shoe LLC are parties. We want their information. I don't know if that's true. There were threats, verbal threats demanding they turn over their communications. Well, how would those be threats? I mean, did they say, we're countersuing, and if you don't want us to countersue, then maybe turn over shit? That sounds like a negotiation to me, not a threat. And if you don't turn it over, well, we will continue to pursue it. That's not really a threat. Well, due to intimidation, threats, and harassment, refusal to turn over communications in a federal case filed by Jeremy Hales, Lips voluntarily dismissed her pending lawsuit. That makes no sense. That makes no sense. So refusal to turn over communications with defendant in federal case. They did what? I'm confused. And took measures to block all contact and communications with the plaintiffs. However, shortly after this, another one was filed. It is now being used in content on their YouTube channels weekly to gain donations and profit from their audience. Wait a second. I'm trying to think. Let's see. She filed, the last thing that was filed, I believe, was in November. Yeah, the last thing that was filed was in November, and then nobody really talked about it at all. Nobody talked about that case pretty much after the last filing. Yeah, no. I mean, there was people like, I wonder what's going on with it, but that's really about it. I mean, it was just like, yeah, the court's going to do what it's going to do. Whenever something new comes up, we'll talk about it. She dismissed practically the same week she filed it. And then she started it again and then dismissed it for the second time. Yeah, the second time that she dismissed it was after Jeremy accepted, or Randy said, well, I'm the attorney in this case and I accept service on behalf of Jeremy Hales. And then she was like, I'm out. Okay. Can you imagine the drop down on the floor, pissing yourself, laughing at the law clerk's office? Oh, I bet they are.
They're laughing at us.
I mean, they understand that.
They're laughing at us.
They know it. She took it hard about your AI clone of her and KB. Shizzy, wait, Jeremy hasn't talked about court in a month now. I know. I know. That's why I'm like, what the fuck are they talking about? Oh, the legal standards. And then she's going to go through this, which is just, just basically a bunch of attorney babble, which if you really want to dig down into it, these courts are, these documents are easily available through Orange County's legal system. You can just go to their You know, the same way that I get it through like Levy County. It's got its own clerk of courts, and you can get these. They're all available there. All you have to do is just put her name in there, first name, last name, do a search, and then you can find the case. It's pretty easy. Defendant does not meet the criteria for vexatious litigant. So she's saying she doesn't meet the criteria for vexatious litigant. Well, let's see if she doesn't. The law provides a specific and narrow definition of a vexatious litigant under Florida statutes. A vexatious litigant is defined as someone who, in the immediately preceding, nope, she's wrong here. She's wrong yet again. Right here, she's wrong. Is defined not by someone who, it is defined as a pro se litigant in the preceding 7-year period has commenced, prosecuted, maintained at least 5 civil actions in any Florida court. Well, let me double check. I think she's got quite a bit of that wrong. Let's see. You can read along with me. You can read along with me. And it's under paragraph C, not D, not 2D. So 2D doesn't exist. Okay. A vexatious litigant means a person as defined in section 1.01 part 3 proceeding pro se who in the immediately preceding 7-year period has commenced, prosecuted, or maintained pro se 5 or more actions in any court that have been finally and adversely determined against such person, except that an action may not be included for purposes of this subparagraph if the court finds that the action was commenced, prosecuted, or maintained in good faith. Then there's 2 of Part C. After an action has been finally adversely determined against any person, repeatedly relitigates or attempts to relitigate either the validity or a determination against the same party as to whom the action was finally determined, or the cause of action, claim, controversy, or any of the issues of fact or law determined by the final and adverse determination against the same party as to whom the action was finally determined, or repeatedly files pleadings, requests for relief, or other documents that have been subject to previous rulings by the court in the same action, or repeatedly files unmeritorious pleadings, requests for relief, or other documents, conducts unnecessary discovery, or engages in other tactics that are frivolous or solely to intend to cause unnecessary delay in any action, or has been previously found to be vexatious litigant pursuant to this section or by another state or federal court. That's it. And I'm pretty sure she's got it absolutely wrong in there. Yep, she's got it absolutely wrong. So all of what she's trying to put in here, all of this is wrong. So she's misquoting the law. It's undisputed that Leslie has never had a dismissal on the merits of any complaint she's filed. Well, of course, but none of this matters because what you quoted was wrong. And they have met the burden. Granted, and so she wants to sanctions for each of the plaintiffs. Okay, that's not going to happen. For telling her that she's a vexatious litigant, award all attorney's fees and costs related to this motion. Oh, that's why he's filing in this, but doesn't continue to file. But this is for Mikael. So this was his filing. Because let's see, this is come now defendants. Oh, he's saying defendants, but he's representing her, but not she's not signed off on this. So that's very confusing. I and I would say, they haven't pled their case at all. I mean, it seems like their response is just shitty all the way around. Oh, okay. So here we get down to the motion for sanctions pursuant to 57.105. Comes now lips defended through her undersigned counsel. So now she has counsel. And pursuant to 57.105 Florida statutes, requested this court sanction both Jeremy Hales, George, Megan Fox, and Mr. Tug himself, and Randrick Shockett, of course, for bringing forth their amended file complaint on 7/28/25. Now, on July 28th, they, represented by Randy, filed an amended complaint naming 5 plaintiffs. Yeah, no big deal there. The defendants filed their original lawsuit. That's a different lawsuit. And then filed a motion for leave to amend a second time. As the defendants voluntarily dismissal of the case, court had not ruled on the motion for leave to amend. 2 plaintiffs in the case, Megan and Tug, were never served in any lawsuit. But see, that's the problem is you actually filed it, added them, and then dismissed them. So under section 2 of that, you'd be considered a vexatious litigant. So they have every right to go after you for that. Were never served in any lawsuit by the defendants. Well, but you still stirred the pot. I mean, you can't have it both ways. You filed it, but you didn't file it. Nah. The remaining 3 plaintiffs in this case never responded or answered the original complaint because you dropped the case before they could. You were asking for leave to. She didn't proofread. Yeah, it happens. Never responded or answered to the original case, or the amended complaint, or the subsequent motion for leave to amend. The only filing was notice of appearance and acceptance of service, so they were served. After the defendant filed their lawsuit, plaintiffs Jeremy and George have made written and verbal threats on their respective YouTube channels. Written and verbal threats. What were those written and verbal threats? I mean, because, she filed a whole bunch of crap, but none of that was correct. And she tried to say that I verbally threatened her or wrote her and threatened her. And we've shown what actually was. Like what she was trying to call it was this verbal or written threat. And what it actually was me telling people to stop harassing me. Whenever they have a downfall, they can look back at it and see that I warned them that this kind of bad stuff was going to happen. Yeah, I guess they didn't listen. Jeremy, George, respective YouTube channels, they publish non-public information on these channels. Non-public information, it's all public information about your frivolous lawsuits and the kind of dumb shit that you've done from pursuing their case. These broadcasts contain false depiction of the events and solicited donations from viewers, resulting in extreme harassment directed at defendants. All you have to do is just turn the channel. Weird how that works, isn't it? Define threats, because bugger me, I no longer understand what a threat is. I'm very confused also. On July 17, 2025, Randy contacted the defendants, made verbal threats. Well, that would be something that you'd have to prove. Demanding they turn over their communications with third parties by meeting with him and his client. Well, this is just a rehash of the same thing she said earlier, in which they did blah, blah, blah. And then, of course, they give the legal standard. It looks like this is just a cut, copy, and paste of the same thing. Plaintiffs cannot prove their claims under law or facts. Actually, yeah, they can. I mean, all they have to do is pull up what you did in the case. And that pretty much proves your vexatious litigation. It proves that you created the lawsuit. They also have audio and video and transcript of you doing just that bad behavior of telling people, Lips, you remember that you were out there yelling, saying that you were so proud of yourself because you like to create litigation just so they have their name in a court document. So if anybody ever goes looking, you can see that they've been sued. And that was your way of harassing people. See, well, Oh no, it was worse than that, Elfie. She began that because she also did a cyber attack of Tug. She did one of me. She did one of Jay Hip. She did one of George. Also went after Jeremy. Went after everybody she possibly could. The cloak and dagger and sensual rendezvous. Scrubbed her channel of all her hate videos. Yeah, but see, everyone already has them. They're still available. That's the thing. They're still available. I mean, she thinks that they're gone, but we have copies of all of her and her words. It's not AI either, sweetheart. So you're gonna have a hard time doing that. And guess what? I also have proof. I guess you just have to wait and see, won't you? Of some of the stuff that I have. Yeah, the federal government really, really liked this one quite a bit. First, the essential elements of malicious prosecution in Florida law require the commencement or continuation of civil criminal justice proceedings by the present defendant, its legal causation, blah, blah, blah. More rambling. Clear that a voluntary dismissal does not constitute a bona fide termination in favor of the accused party for purposes of malicious prosecution claim. Well, and you might want to understand that, that's why they have a vexatious litigant, because you've already told people the reason that you were going to create this is so if you decided and people didn't stop talking about the Hales case. It was a nice little coordinated effort by you, Lips, because you were so pissed off that you did not like it that we all laughed at you because you were so absolutely stupid.
They're laughing at us.
Yes, you were absolutely so stupid as to give counsel to a certain person in a lawsuit where you were telling her that she was doing a great job responding to an amended complaint, and she filed it completely wrong. She filed it so wrong that Bruce was going,
they're laughing at us.
Yeah, because you looked like complete idiots whenever you filed it. And that, I think that's about the time that Bruce left, and he left not too soon after. He said,
they're laughing at us.
Because that's what we were doing. We were laughing at you all for your stupidity of filing absolute garbage. And we just continuously laugh about it. She dismissed the underlying case. Therefore, plaintiffs cannot meet the required element of their claim. Yeah, they can. That's the problem. They absolutely can. The abusive process. They must show defendant made illegal, improper, or perverted use of process. Yes, you did. Defendant had ulterior motive or purpose in exercising such use. Yes, by your own words, you said that's what you were going to do. The plaintiff suffered damage as a result. Yes, and yes. You want me to show you damages? I can show you some damages right there. The facts show that Stupid filed her lawsuit based on legitimate grounds. Well, and that's for a court to decide, because they would be able to present evidence to the contrary. Stupid. The court record reflects that no service occurred on two plaintiffs, and the remaining plaintiffs never answered otherwise participated in the underlying litigation. But you still continued to harass them because you wanted them to respond. The only court filings were procedural, and there was no abusive process. I would not call that procedural. I would not call what you did procedural. That is definitely not procedural. Whenever you're creating websites about people, trying to steal their copyrights. Oh my gosh. Trying to steal their trademarks. Oh, geez. All of that bad stuff that you were doing, that we still have proof of, and still continue to have quite a bit out there. Well, yeah, I know she wrote it. I don't have to bet. I would take you on that bet that she did. The only court filings were procedural. There's no abuse of process. Moreover, plaintiffs' claims are contradicted by their own conduct. The plaintiffs publicized the existence of the lawsuit on their YouTube channels, used it to solicit donations. Solicit donations, man. I'll tell you what. You can look at my numbers for that. How much money I made off of that, and I don't think that would have even covered a lawsuit. I don't think that would even bought me a cup of coffee that whole time that you were harassing me. So I could show loss of income. I could definitely do that. Would you like me to show loss of income on that? You know, it would be glorious, wouldn't it? Moreover, plaintiffs' claims are contradicted by their own conduct. They publicize the existence of the lawsuit on their YouTube channels, use it to solicit donations, engage in a campaign of harassment and threats. Nope. That is absolutely wrong. These facts underscore the litigation was not initiated for improper purpose. No, because
They're laughing at us.
but rather it was met with a coordinated campaign by plaintiffs to intimidate and silence the defendant. No, actually, we were too busy laughing at the stupid things. We were hoping you'd just keep filing more stupid shit because it was getting ridiculous. It was almost like every day you would do something even more stupid than you did the day before. But hey, that was up to you. We could laugh. Finally, plaintiffs can now establish defendant as a vexatious litigant under the Florida statutes, as none of her complaints have ever been dismissed on the merits. Well, that's because 68093 doesn't matter in this because you're citing it absolutely wrong. So you lose again. And guess what?
They're laughing at us.
Absolutely, we're laughing at you. Stupid. Therefore, the defendant requests this court to grant this motion for sanctions for each plaintiff. Signed by Little Dick. I'm sorry. Right, Michael? Right, Michael? Oh, you know what's really interesting, Lips? Your own words are what's most interesting because weren't you just, if I'm not mistaken, some of those words were pretty bad about Michael, say, some of those words are really crappy about Michael. I still have copies of those. I could probably show you some of that stuff how you really feel about Michael. Yeah, that's still out there. All is still out there. Would you guys like to see some of those? Some of her own words about Michael, the way she feels about Michael. Oh, that would be painful, wouldn't it, Lips? It would be absolutely painful. The shit that you said about Michael. Ooh, those are absolutely insane, weren't they? Yeah. I'm pretty sure there was some crazy stuff right there, wasn't there? Yeah, there's some crazy shit that you were saying. Should I share them? Should I share them? I mean, should I share some of the stuff that you did? I mean, I could always do that. The kind of stuff, the kind of garbage that you were trying to pull on people. Could you think I should show some of that? Yeah. Should I show you some of my open letters? Which one would you like? I mean, I've got all kinds of stuff on that I did. No Wi-Fi rant Lips. I guess not. Learn more off of the reading back of a cereal box than your legal writings. Yeah, pretty much. That's how I look at it. I'm like, yeah. I mean, I've got all kinds of stuff that would be really. I'm sure that the court would be really interested in seeing. Like you going after Beth, yeah, going after Beth. Went after the Florida Supreme Court, and then dropped out. Of course, you went against your mother, Seacoast, Accurate. I mean, you doxed me, got your bar sanctions. your bar complaint against Chartine's bar complaint against you. Yeah. I then sued her for it. Yeah. I mean, we could always talk about that old last name of yours, huh? Yeah. I got all the screenshots of all the bad behavior that you did, all the little posts, all the crazy stuff, I mean, how much would you like me to how much would you like me to share with you? The only problem is, we've got some crazy, some crazy little things that you did, Yeah. Should I talk about the issues that you had with GoDaddy? Tell you about that. I mean, I've got all kinds of stuff right here. I guess one thing that we could probably show here that people might find really interesting is that right there. We remember that right there. Hey, umbrella guy, DJ Radis, what the hell? Since everyone's having such a fun time roasting me, and you clearly can see I can hold my own with content creation. Looks so good. I challenge each of you boys to create a video by Friday. The ultimate roast. I'll do the same against you. We can have everyone vote on the best content, because I must say your content is boring me, and I'm hungry, so hungry for good content. Hello, get my bonus bars. Let's see which boy has the courage to be a true content creator of the short 2 to 5 minute humorous roasting video. You man enough to battle me? Oh, yeah. So it wasn't harassment, because you were actually asking people to roast you. And then I think DJ Radis actually took you up on it, and then you cried. It's interesting how all that works out. I mean, it's also really interesting all the other stuff that I have out there, because I got quite a few of it. I mean, you want to see all of it? You guys want to see all of it? I mean, anytime, it's publicly available. It always has been. Always has been pretty publicly available. How about your text with Jeremy that you're serious? The more you feed into, the worse it's going to get. I told you to stay away from her. What do you care what she thinks? I promise you, if you engage with her and make this worse, I'm leaving this marriage. It's disgusting to see a man engaged in gossip like this. Is that why you're not picking up my calls up? You talking to her? Yeah, that was from Michael to Jeremy. Uh-huh. Or how about this one right here on 12/23/2025? Just know any reply in the Lana email he's watching or even writing himself, this email is my only source of privacy. So please do not publish anything from this thread, because Michael is stalking your channel and calling me out, questioning me about anything you post. If you want it published, use the Lana email. Lana. Yeah. Michael tells Jeremy, just block Lisa. Let's both stop engaging in this unnecessary drama. I don't respond to her. She actually helps create the drama by holding our lives daily fixated on it. She makes money from this, so you always have to question that. And he says, I know. How can she complain when she's obsessed with covering it? You have to wonder about her too. Oh, yeah. You remember? Yeah, little reminders. Or how about I have no idea what she's saying because I'm not watching any of her shit. Whatever she's saying about me and Michael that you're saying is a lie. I've been straightforward about everything and told you from only time I said I was playing you was after Michael found my emails, and I blocked her since then. I gave you everything. I'm not sure what she plans to come forward on because there isn't anything she has on me. That was about Lisa. Remember? Yeah. Michael is extremely controlling. He thinks my last conversation was you from the one he sent from the Lana email. He made me swear I would not contact you after that email, or he would take the kids and leave to New York. Yeah, remember that? Yeah. This was her reaching out to Jeremy. I would not contact you after that email, or he would take the kids and leave to New York. It's impossible for me to coordinate a deposition without him knowing, because he would find out. I had to tell him Randy wanted to take my deposition and that I told you when we were talking during the time he thinks that was my ID. He got upset with me and said, "You're not taking in a deposition without me there, and you're definitely not going in person. Trust me, I have no issues being deposed in person." Yeah. Or how about that? How about that? You effing asshole, you did absolutely nothing. This is why I can't stand you. You're an effing abuser, and I want out of this marriage a long time ago. This is coming from Michael to her. You're constantly negative. You be about taking care of your family. You're not the type of man that protects me. You're not the, I guess she was sending that to him. Yeah. She was calling him an abuser. She wanted out of the marriage long ago. You're constantly negative. You bitch about taking care of your family. You're not the type of man that protects me. She wanted to protect her, is what she was saying. Yeah, this was her. And she says, ha ha ha, Michael has done everything possible to ensure my communication with you ceases. He saw my naked videos I sent to you. I have no idea what I had to deal with over that. LOL, it has been fun past couple of days for me. If you notice, my new TikToks is much more. This past weekend when you were with your family, I don't talk shit about you until this morning. I move forward with our relationship. If you do not need me and Jeremy makes you feel safe, then go to him. I don't feel Jeremy makes me safe either. I hardly know him. How does this relationship get better when you're 50% of the problem? You don't see that. If you can't see how you've contributed to that, it won't get better. Yeah. Or how about this one? Just saying hello. Michael has access to my new phone, TikTok, because he installed M-Spy on my iPhone because I wanted to say hi. This email is safe if you ever want to say hello. I saw the order against Bruce. He really effed up. I can't believe he was so stupid to email, acting as Lynette's attorney, etc. Think about the fact that he went on to Facebook accusing Michael of trying to steal his client for a civil lawsuit. Then, when he was not even granted pro hoc vice status to represent her civilly. More evidence. My phone isn't letting me call you now. What did you do to my phone? I'm depressed because I feel I have no life of my own, nothing to look forward to, a controlling husband who literally treats me like an animal he caged. Had you actually done your job as a husband, had you actually taken me on dates, actually gave me attention, then maybe I wouldn't have tried to find it elsewhere. And the whole time she's sending these messages to Jeremy. This is stuff that she's sending to Jeremy. This doesn't make sense. Why would Lisa say we are in a sexual relationship that would be impossible? Right there. I'm not understanding this at all. After Michael, this is getting to be absurd. Thanks for keeping tabs on everything because I refuse to watch this shite because it's lie upon lie. Talking about the flea. Michael is forbidding me to send Lisa a cease and desist. I'm having a lot of issues at the moment with Michael because of what I said about you in my live. I need to keep the peace at the moment. Maybe Michael really does have a thing for Ho Chunk. Yeah, talking about the flea. You know, you see, she even called her Ho Chunk. Oh, you guys haven't seen these before? Oh, I thought everybody had seen these. Yeah, I was pretty positive that everybody had seen all of this. It amazes me that you have it. You know, Ho Chunk. Yeah, these are all available. Every single one of them. But you hadn't seen them. Lips has Sugarland Spoonful of Sugar song video vibes going on. That's a lot. Oh, yeah. Or how about this? Yeah. This is the kind of stuff that she was sending to Jeremy. Lisa Lee. F you, Lisa. How dare you go live telling everyone I was. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Uh-huh. To Leslie, your strength in the face of these unprecedented tasks is remarkable. The intensive coordination. Yeah, she changed her attitude after she's going after her. Then she welcomes her back into her folds. Yeah, welcomes her back into her folds. Imagine that. Says, oh, come back into my folds. Just like squirt dump. I'll be adding it to refute Fleesa saying she doesn't lie. Doesn't lie. Yeah. That's a laugh. That's a laugh. But you know, she has issues. She really does. If you don't believe me with the kind of issues that she has, well, let me just give you a little brief on some of the issues that she has. You want to see you want to see some really cool stuff? Oh yeah, I think you're gonna like this one. I guarantee you. You're gonna really like this one. Just you wait. This next one cracks me up every single time that I see it because it is so hilarious. So during my stream, during a stream, which I had no idea that this was happening. Okay. So during my stream, she logged in and there was 144 comments. 79 of those comments were from lips. You want to see them? Yeah. Oh, well, who's Shizzy with no legal background reporting on legal issues? Sounds like a felony to me. Dude, you need to stop now. No. Or you will be convicted of practicing without a license. How much experience do you have, Shizzy, with the court? You sound like a fool to the legal world. Shiz, come on. Shiz, come the F on. I hooked you. I stop being a follower. And then she sent me $24.99. Wasn't that nice of her? Poor Shiz, I need to give you money. You're a nice guy pulled into this BS. You need to gain a mind of your own. You might have a chance. Shiz, I like you. And then she goes on, lover boy. Yes, Shiz. Can I call you my lover boy? My family is worth over $10 million. Dear fucking God. Yeah. I'm worth more than Jeremy can imagine. Your audience, but they can't pay their bills. They're in 2 foreclosures. They're worth over $10 million. Oh. Oh, your audience, no mind of your own, Shiz. What guy fight like this for a stupid ass narcissistic? Just will make sure this gay crush walks away. Lover bonus, boys. Shizzy and Hales sit in a tree. Shizzy has no brain, which Hales tells how to think. Did she send dirty pics? Not to me. Not to me. If she sent dirty pics to me, those things would end up in the trash. Should remake Fleece a clone. No, let's not be fooled. The guy is unethical. Shizzy, a man with no legal education, educating monkey brains. I give you an opportunity to debate me live from a woman who changed laws in her state. Yeah. That That was a funny one. Just let's have fun and debate live now. I will send a link now. Shiz debate with intellectual ability now. No desperation, just truth. Come on, live now. You and me together. Let's go live now. No education. Shiz is giving legal advice. Judges won't work like that. Won't happen, idiot. We have monkey brains while Hales pays for support. Just aren't you getting paid to promote Hales? That was a good one. Oh, Shiz, are you playing with the boys? Shiz, please tell me your legal education. Shiz, idiot with no legal education. Give the public legal commentary, which is a felony. Shiz is giving legal comments without legal background, a felony. Shiz is giving legal comments without a legal background, a felony. She just repeats it. Hale's attorney was convicted of fraud. Fact. I want to give legal opinions. Maybe you should be reported. Aren't you giving legal advice on your channel without a legal background? No, never. Leslie has no criminal background, but Hales was found for fraud. Most disbarred attorneys are smarter, is why they are disbarred. That's a good one. Tell me where I'm giving any advice, idiot. Dumbass. More evidence to sue your ass. I cannot even take your idiot statements. Randall was convicted for federal crimes and more. You and your supporters are the biggest idiots I've ever experienced.
They're laughing at us.
Proceeding with caution. I'll use this evidence. Shiz, you're truly an idiot. This audience is the monkey brain spoon-fed by idiots like this. That's a good one. Oh, I make no money from YouTube and simply report truth with no financial motive. I make no money, so you should listen. Which you're worth over 10 million. Do it timeline. You'll see who's truly trying to destroy. Shiz, I'm smarter than you according to public school records. Oh. That one kills me. Oh, that one kills me. Sweetheart, I graduated at 16. Okay. I'm a complete idiot. Oh, you were a male abuser discriminating against females. That's a really wild one. Lep's IQ of genius according to Florida public school records. Are you discriminating against females? Shiz, are your qualifications on law education? Please tell. Well, I can at least read what the statutes say. Monkey brains. Yeah. Monkey brains. Mm-hmm. It goes on. Education, please tell. Shiz, did you attend 4 years of law school to train you about law? Why report on something you have no education on? Shizzy, loser gay nut. That one's a good one. Shizzy fights for a man, so Shiz gets followers. Now that's a effing real man. Whose agenda is carried out. Hales and his gay supporting influencers want subscribers. Men advocating for Hales either as losers or gay, in my opinion. Come on, Shiz. You know you have no legal education. Shiz, come on, reporting coming from me, a retired lawyer, a serious primitive. Serious primitive. Do you mean primate? Shiz, I effing love you. There's something about you I love. Shiz, there's something about you I truly trusted. Like, it just goes on. We're only halfway through it. Look, we're all sheep. We follow you everywhere. Yeah, that's right. It's all entertainment. Good entertainment. I get it. Why are you having legal analysis with no legal education? I write music too. Shame you don't know me. You might be my friend. Yes, I haven't roasted you yet. You appear as a sweet guy. Oh, God. Shiz, I hope you don't think legally Leslie has been at it. I'm suing Hales in state's court today. As of today, nothing he filed against me in federal court. Shiz, why do males go to bat for Hales? I'm open-minded. My best friends are gay. She talking about, oh God, is she talking about the flea? This is one of her best friends, right? Oh, Shiz, you're cool, big heart. Shit, Ziz. I would care, but if you don't obsess over me, if you didn't obsess over me, you kill me. Oh. But it was still coming. She started on a dirty deleting spree. It's still coming. People started, like Mel said, what are you on? He posted more than 56 comments in this comment section. Do you know how YouTube works? Also, you look absolutely deranged, and speaking about legal stuff is not giving legal advice like you try to do. She calls her a monkey brain hodunk, too stupid to understand. Genius IQ, people like me. I expect this type of comment. And Mel is just like, what the fuck, man? You look completely deranged. I'm worth more than Jeremy could imagine. I'm smarter. Shizzy wanted to be roasted, and Shizzy's fans didn't disappoint. Well, I'm talking. This is while my stream is going on. She's posting on the stream, but not in the stream. Or maybe it was after. I got these messages after. Oh, are you sure? You sure you are? Is that why your house is in foreclosure? You filed indigent application with the courts because you're broke. Your marital house is in foreclosure status because you're too broke. How are you worth more again? Your family may be worth 10 million, but you're broke because you spent all your money on wigs and lip injections. Oh, God. Bet your gas will fight for your man. Wow, gay bashing, classy. Legally lip is homophobic. No education. Look where your education got you. Permanently retired to avoid being disbarred. Oh, shame on you. Oh my God. Oh, geez. Night from Rosalind too. Oh, lover boy.
They're laughing at us.
Oh my God. And Shiz, aren't you getting paid to promote Hales? This paint chip's giving you something on the side. Seems cringy how he strokes your ego and you flatter him. Oh, God. Oh, I totally forgot about some of these. Legally, your education was so good that you had to give up your law license, permanently retire, to avoid being struck off and sanctioned. Clown. Oh, Loretta, this was wonderful. Reading legal public documents doesn't require a law. Shizzywhiznut has a voice that makes any legal document sound entertaining. Well, thank you so much, Loretta, for that. Oh my God, my bladder is getting a workout. I mean, these are so good. These are so good. This seems you don't have one either, Mod. That's beautiful. Seems you don't have one either, Legally Leslie. Yeah. And TKA Cam says, and you're giving legal advice on a retired license using your husband's name, felony on both your parts. Have fun with that. Leslie has no criminal background, but Hale's attorney was found for fraud. You were Baker acting because you're insane and a danger to yourself and others. Weren't your kids taken away from you in the past? She asked for the roast. I cannot even take your idiot statements. Randall was convicted of federal crimes and more. You and your supporters are the biggest idiots I ever experienced. Your biggest supporter, Luthman, was convicted of federal crimes and more. He was factually disbarred and spent years in prison. Why aren't you publicly posting about that? Oh. It's just like, oh. Deuce has a strong case against you all. You dumbass monkey brains. Proceed with caution. All evidence. You just you're truly an idiot. This audience is monkey brains. Janice talk to me nice at 5150. Janice says sexual harassment reported to YouTube. Why are you gay bashing, Leslie? I don't think LGBTQ community would appreciate your gross comments. Oh, mama, this is a Wendy's. Ma'am, this is a Wendy's. Wes, that was so good. Wes is like, thank you. Come again, Smitty. Oh, maybe you should ask your newest buddy on 2 Lee's that question. Lisa loves to give legal announcement, legal education on this case. Oh, Shiz, I hope you don't think legally Leslie's been added. I'm suing Hales in state courts. As of today, nothing filed against me in federal court. Talking about yourself as a third person is a sign of madness. Oh my God. Smitty. Peculiar Optics was like crazy. Oh, Dollywood. No, not yet. Oh, no, Dollywood is not ready yet. Dollywood's not till 3rd, 4th, and 5th of June. Oh, it's too early for that. Oh, I needed a good laugh tonight. You monkey brains. Oh my God. That just kills me. You have no idea how hilarious I find all of this. I really do. Her silliness. Her silliness is just beyond. Ah. Oh, but today's sponsor is Chicago Steak Company. They're giving away 8 free steak burgers on every order. Code 8 burgers. Think about the last time you bought burgers at a grocery store. You stood there and you were just staring at a wall of plastic wrapped ground beef, trying to figure out which one isn't going to turn into a hockey puck on the grill. Maybe you grabbed the expensive organic pap, or maybe you went with the cheap. Either way, you got home, fired up the grill, and watched them shrink and shrivel up to about half their size. Dry out in the middle, falling apart through the grates. Well, Chicago Steak Company figured out a better way. They made half-pound steak burgers from USDA prime beef, hand-formed from premium cuts, and ship them to your door on dry ice. These hold together on the grill. They stay juicy and actually taste like steak. Now, here's the deal. You spend $180 or more on any steaks you want. Use the code 8burgers, and they add 8 free steak burgers plus a bottle of steak seasoning, plus free shipping to your order. And that's $200 in free extras on top of whatever you ordered. 15,000 5-star reviews. These people, they know what they're doing. Go to mychicagosteak.com/rumble, code 8burgers. Link in the description. Get them before they are gone. There you go. Getting my ad reads in there today, aren't I? I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm a big boy now.
They're laughing at us.
Damn right, I'm laughing at them every damn day. Story of big lips and chips. Life, look at lips, man, shrivel up and high. Well, she said that herself. It was that why she said that she was, you know, she hired what was it? She hired a prostitute for him. Yeah. So she could say how disgusted she was with him. That's really odd that you do something like that, you know, just so you could mock him. I mean, if he's into
Did you see the video?
If he's really into the humiliation, you know, so I think I've seen the humiliation, you know. Yeah. I would show it, but the only problem is it's got stuff in there that is probably not going to be appropriate. Yeah, probably not going to be appropriate. Might be might not want to show that. So it'd be glorious. I'll show it over on the Rumble at some point in time. Did the coin win, Rosalind? Who knows what the coin's doing? Yeah. Crazy stuff. Yeah, and that's only part of the stuff. I mean, if you want to, I could show you more, but I think it's about that time that I'm gonna shut this bad boy down, send everybody over to be elsewhere, to enjoy life, to be happy, you know. Let me see who else is up and running, and then I can send you guys over there, give them a little bit of love. Looks like, geez, new channel doesn't look like it's going right now, but I will get you guys set up. I think the Camelot's going, and I can throw you guys over there. Can you drop the link for people to go watch the MG of him and his son playing American Trucker? Absolutely. That is absolutely fine. Drop that in there. He's good people, and I support him 100% on his endeavor of what he is doing. It gives me great pleasure. If people want to go over and watch that, that's absolutely fine. It'll be a good stream for them to watch and have a blast with. And I am going to be sending you guys over to go check out Chud the Builder Might Walk, OnlyFans Killer. It looks like Camelot is watching that. He's good people. Go check him out. Go check out the video. I'll watch the video. I'm not gonna stream the video, but you can drop a link to it so everybody can go. These messages should be in a song. Oh, you have no idea the kind of stuff that I'm working on, but I've got a lot to do before. I got a lot to do before the end of the month. A lot to do before the end of the month, and you do not want to miss that, because it's going to be good. It's going to be really good. And so I've got you guys scheduled to go over see Camelot. There should be a link in the chat for over there in the chat somewhere. Yeah, here, that chat. Yeah, up here in this chat, you know, it'll be in your chat. She'll be dropping a link to go watch the video over on MG's, or you can join me over there watching a little bit of Camelot while I finish out a couple of things on the backside. And I will see you guys most definitely very soon, because we got so much more. I haven't even gotten into. I was gonna do some of the body cam stuff tonight, but man, this was just too good. This was just too good. We'll do the body cam stuff maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day. I'm sure we're gonna have a lot to talk about. You just wait.
Oh, you thought I was done? Bless your heart, but I'm still living rent-free. It's a work of art. Call me daddy, call me nut, call me the goat. You're paddling upstream while I'm running this boat. You say, I don't care, yet you're glued to the screen. Caught up in my glow while you stay unseen. Your shade's like a breeze, it's barely a draft. Meanwhile, I'm the Picasso of roasting your ass. You say you're over me, oh how cute. But here I am, still the star of your loop. You're my biggest fans, don't even deny. So grab some popcorn when daddy goes live. Call me daddy, yeah, shout it loud. King of your thoughts, I'm making you proud. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, headline act. Your background noise, and that's just a fact. Let's face the score. You hate that you love me, but you keep wanting more. You're like a dog chasing cars, you don't know why. But here you are, barking while I touch the sky. Your comments are gold, such comedy gold. Who hurt you? Oh wait, it's me, I'm told. You're keeping tabs like an unpaid intern while I'm cashing checks. When will you learn? Your timeline's a shrine to every move I make. I'd say thanks, but you're a nasty skank. Oh, Shizzy's washed up. Yeah, sure, Jan, yet here I am, the centerpiece of your plan. You hate watch my stream like it's Oscar night, but guess what, kiddos? I'm still shining bright. Call me daddy, send in your bread. I'm still rent-free in your effing head. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy on your brain. I'm your mental landlord, you can't complain. Let's keep it real. You hate that I'm winning, but you love how it feels. Oh, I'm sorry, did I break your streak? You tried to ignore me for like half a week, but daddy's too spicy, you can't look away. I'm the train wreck you need every single day. So while you're out there with your plastic clout, I'm here sipping coffee watching you freak out. You're irrelevant, wow, what a take. Now go rewatch my vids while I count how much I make. I count how much I make. Call me daddy, yeah, own it now. I'm reading your brain and you don't know how. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, let's set the bar. I'm the constellation, you're a burned out star. Embrace your role, cause I'm the main character. You're just an old ragged ass, burned out troll. So that's your bedtime story, kids tucked in sweet and snug. Shizzy Daddy's forever, you lose and you're stuck in the mud. Now say goodnight to Papa Nut.